Night, everything was wrapped up and the beds were laid out.
It was really very enjoyable job too. One has to have a wish.
Yes, the determination. Because she comes from a Mehman family, very conservative Mehman family,
Yes.
where even the cars had parda, curtains on it, that they had to observe parda. And even her brothers are not very highly educated, they're big businessmen. You know, they are apprentices in their father's business, and they're very big business. Mehmans mein hai kuch in their blood, they have business in their blood, so they are big businessmen. But she said, I want to study, and she's the only one in the family of siblings of I think 10 or 12, and she was the only one who was so highly educated. And she says that every summer vacation she spent crying. Okay, I'm going to study further. I'm going to study further. And it's a story of determination, that she was determined that I'm going to do this, and then of course she started the story. And that mashallah became successful within a year. So वो फिर blossom हुआ. And of course she had the support.
These siblings of ma'am, did they also participate?
Were they very
in the
supportive
same
of it?
Oh no, never. Never. Siblings?
Yeah.
No.
They were very supportive or not?
Oh, supportive. You see, she had one sister who was a complete housewife, not even highly educated. Then of course her brothers, they were just, you see, everybody was involved in their own fields, because it was a struggle to establish yourself. You know, they had huge properties, they still have it in trust in Pune, huge properties. And when they came here, they had nothing. But you see, there was some, well, Allah helps. So, in fact, you know, my uncle, her brother, had no money, and he went to a Parsi gentleman and he said, take my building, this, the Jaffer brothers का आपने सुना होगा, Jaffer Chambers, कहाँ है ये? जहाँ पे गवर्नर हाउस के पास है, वो एक म्यूजिकल फाउंटेन हुआ करता था वहाँ. So he said, you can take it and pay me later. Can you imagine? This is how people helped each other.
Exactly. And definitely this was obviously the help and cooperation of each and everyone from in his own capacity that you obviously came up with this. Well, did ma'am have any prior experience before this? I mean, though it is quite, you have clearly elaborated that she just had BT, she had done bachelor's in teaching, and she obviously had scholarship as well. But I would suppose that she did not have any experience.
Oh, you would be surprised. She did, because in the sense that out of her desire to teach, that even when she was a student in the school, you know, teachers would pull her out of class and send her to mind in a certain class. वहाँ जाके वो class को संभालो, वो class को संभालो, and then one headmistress saw her teaching and she said, "You're going to be a good teacher."
Great.
So it began from there, and she had those germs in her, you know, the desire to teach. So इनकी वालदा जो थी, she was an uneducated lady, but she taught herself to read from her son's books. She would pull those books out of their bags and taught herself to read. And she saw her as a very interested student, and she told her sons, उनको अच्छे स्कूल में दाखिल करो. वो कोई उर्दू मीडियम स्कूल में घर के पास बेगम का स्कूल नाम था, उसमें जाती थी, और बहुत ही शरीर थी, और 6ठी क्लास तक वहाँ पढ़ा. फिर उसके बाद में उन्होंने, imagine this lady had that foresight कि ये पढ़ने का शौक है, इनको अच्छे स्कूल में दाखिल करो. तो फिर इनके भाई ले गए और कॉन्वेंट ऑफ जीसस इन मैरी में दाखिल किया. तो 6 से फिर वो 3rd में उनको लिया, क्योंकि इंग्लिश तो आती नहीं थी. तो वो इतनी शरीर थी, तो क्लास 3 में जाके उनका तो जिद मुंह बंद हो गया, अंग्रेजी आती नहीं. तो सब कहते थे, व्हाट अ गुड गर्ल, व्हाट.
Great.
More anxious. So I was so anxious my school to grow.
But also, you know, in class 3, she was this big girl sitting there. At that time, they would take them. We would never hear of it, isn't it? At that time, they would take them. And then she studied so hard. She used to wake up at 5 o'clock, sit with a dictionary. समझ में आता नहीं, dictionary बैठ के पढ़, consult करके textbook से पढ़ा, और इतनी मेहनत की. She topped the class, and each year she topped the class.
Great. Well, ma'am, was there any market research behind all this idea? Obviously, though market wasn't there, as you have clearly elaborated that there were hardly any schools, and especially right after the partition, there would not have been any schools. But so.
Oh no, I don't think so. There was any market research. It was this desire to, the passion. Yes, exactly. That's the word. The passion to teach. That was there, and of course to do well, to excel. So that was what motivated her.
The passion was the main driving power.
Gee, bilkul, absolutely.
Was there any business plan at the time of starting of the school, or it was
Any
just
vision?
yeah?
Any plan, any vision?
बिजनेस प्लान तो नहीं है, लेकिन मैंने जैसे कहा मेमनों के खून में है बिजनेस, ठीक है? तो वो आई थिंक वो तो है कि हाउ टू मेक इट फीजिबल, how to make it feasible. You see, you can't have a vision and not look at the finances.
Exactly.
So practicality तो है उसमें, वो तो उनमें
Feasibility analysis was done.
Yes, I think that's there in the blood of Memans.
And did you seek advice from any consultant, or
No.
at that time there would not have been
Not
any?
at that time, no.
उस वक्त एजुकेशन इतना
बस ये ख्वाहिश थी कि बहुत अच्छा हो, कि अच्छे से प्लेस प्रेजेंट करना है, कि शोहरत हो, कि अखबार में आए, ये बहुत ख्वाहिश थी.
Okay. What were the challenges that you faced at the initial stage of the school development? What were the
क्या
what were the
मुश्किलात थे
challenges?
शुरू में? क्या मुश्किलात आप पूना की नहीं बात कर रही हैं, यहाँ की बात कर
हैप्पी
रहे हैं.
होम के लिए बढ़िया, क्या
हाँ,
challenges
happy
आई?
home.
हैप्पी होम खोलने के लिए इस